Yeah, we got some red. Nice one. On the gold spoon. Just wait till he tires out, baby. I'll let you know when. All right, now I get him. Atta girl. All right, got the skunk off the boat and got him meat in the box. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's so pretty back here.
Yeah, they are. Weedless gold spoon right in the corner of the mouth. He wasn't coming off. It's all twisted up. Bam! There you go, ladies and gentlemen. One nice keeper redfish. Ain't it pretty? That's that gold. We're back here in the marsh. It's gorgeous. It's gonna be delicious. Half shell on the grill with voodoo seasoning. All right, now to the cleaning part. I've got my vacuum cleaner right here on the floor. You see him? Yeah. He's waiting on scraps already. Got our fish here. I'm going to show you the main things that you need to clean a fish. Your fish, of course. Your knife. I've got the Dexter 9-inch boning knife. I've got a bowl full of ice, and it's going to melt, so it's going to turn into water too. And now the most absolutely important part: the Frosty adult beverage. You make your choice. Now, with no further ado, we're going to get to it. Hopefully you guys have got a good point of view. I think you do. What we're going to do, we're going to go up here to the back fins on the very top of the fish. And if you look right here, you see how my knife just kind of goes in a little bit. Don't do it there, does it there. So what we're going to do, we're going to punch our knife in right there along those. It's going to slide right in. We're going to work it all the way up to the head as far as we can go. Now we're going to see these scales on the knife. We're going to take those and knock them off. Drag them on the side of the wood. We'll take our knife and stick it back down in there. We're going to get down to the ribs as far as we can go. And we're going to work our knife down at an angle, 15 to 20 degrees. We're going to take it all the way down to the tail. Boom, all the way out. So you got scales on your knife, knock them off again. They will dull your knife. Now we're going to leave a little bit of meat on the bone, and I'll show you the reason why here in just a second. We're going to cook some of these on the half shell. So anyway, you want to bring your knife back all the way up to the head, and you want to turn it straight up. Follow the bones. You'll feel the bones with your knife. Now this does take a little bit of practice. I'm not going to lie, you're not going to be able to do this the first time, but you'll figure it out. Now once you get past the ribs, you want to turn your knife 90-degree angle and slice straight up. And you're going to trim off a little bit. Boom, you got your half shell. You see where I made a whoop-de-doo right there? I got into the fins, and that's kind of what happens when you do that. But if it happens to you, don't feel bad. Just do better on the next side. I got a little piece of meat here. I'm going to drop it down on my vacuum cleaner's head. So we're going to put that meat on ice, and we're going to take these and fillet it off the bone. This is extra meat. Now we're going to fry this, so we're not too worried about it. This is the bigger of the fish we caught today, bigger one of the fish we caught today, so we're not entirely worried about it as far as getting all the meat in one fillet to cook it on the half shell. Now the smaller one we're going to clean here in just a second. Yeah, we're going to get every bit of that meat we can. And there's going to be a little bit left over, little trimmings and stuff, but again, we'll throw those in the pile we're going to fry tomorrow night. So as you can see, we've got the majority of the meat off of this fish right here. Now we're going to flip it over. Here's where it gets a little complicated. This is where you right-handed people make themselves left-handed, and left-handed people make themselves right-handed. Again, we're going to go back in there right on top fins and work our way down, punch through, and work at an angle. Try to keep that angle consistent. Now, there's going to be a little meat left on the backbone and spine and all, so don't worry about that. Again, we're going to fry this. Not a big deal. And you want to take your knife and point it up to the head. Slowly work it out. And you want to be real careful right here. We're going to take our knife, put it in as far as we can. Do the same thing on this side as we did on the other, but we're not going to slice our wrist open. So we're going to take our hand, put it on the fish's head, and kind of work over each other. Hands are going to work over each other. Takes a little practice. Don't be intimidated by it. Just take your time. Now we're going to trim a little bit, finish up the fillets up here, and follow it all the way through. Again, keep this arm away from where that knife is going to be, or remotely close where that knife is going to be, because you can slip and cut your damn arm off. Bleed out. You don't want to do that. And trust me, if you go to the ER with a slit wrist, it looks like a suicide attempt, and they're going to label you as a suicide risk, and you get all that stuff to deal with. Now, as you can see, we've got some more meat right here. We're going to take that and fillet that off and fry that. I like the real thin pieces fried. It's kind of like a fish potato chip. Really good like this. It's going to be the best part of the meal tomorrow night. See how thin it is? It's the best part. It fries up just right. And the good thing about this Dexter knife is that it does flex a little bit. It doesn't flex too much, but yet it flexes enough. Now if you had a fillet knife, yeah, it'd be wobbling all over the place. Now another spot that I see a lot of people miss meat is right up here in the head. There's a big chunk of meat right there. So we're going to ease it in there and work that out. Oop, see what I mean about cutting your wrist? I just bumped my wrist. Luckily it didn't slice the skin. There's a whole fish finger right there. Very good piece of meat. And that's it, folks. That's really all you got to do to clean a redfish. There's a little bit of meat left here on the ribs. We'll go ahead and get those off. Fry that up too. I try to stay out of the abdominal cavity just to be on the safe side, because they do get up into the brackish water and sometimes fresh water, so I don't want to disturb that, because it may end up letting something out that don't need to be out. All right, y'all, we're back out here with on the fire, and excuse me, I'm sniffing a little bit. I got some voodoo seasoning in the air. It's made me sneeze. I'm gonna get these fillets here on the half shell right over here next to the fire. So I'm going to put the thickest side, which is of course the shoulders, up there close to the coals, okay? The other ones I'm going to kind of taper off out here because it's thinner, it's going to cook quicker. Same with this one right here. You want it off of the fire, but close to it. You want to cook it with close indirect garlic. And we're going to let those sit for a little while, and we'll come back, we'll put a little bit of butter on it, and you'll see, because if it would have left it, if I had cut the fillets off of there like I normally would regular fish, they would be kind of rounded, and the butter would just run off both sides. With it being flat, it'll stay there and it'll puddle up and soak down into the meat. Same with the seasoning. When the seasoning gets that butter and everything on it, it would run right off, but this way, it'll stay there and puddle and get the flavor all throughout the meat. There's method to my madness, I promise you. All Alright, y'all. Looks like our fish is getting cooked pretty quick. I built a bigger fire because Stacy's gonna roast some chicken for her lunches out here. So I think we're good to go on this. This fish is cooking a lot faster than I expected it to. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go inside, we're gonna get some butter. We're gonna put the butter on it. We're gonna move this fish away from the fire a little bit more. Alright, it was about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, something like that. I went ahead and pulled them off. They are good to go. Probably gonna fog up the camera a little bit with all the steam. Let me get wind right. That way you can see them a little bit better. Yeah, see all the seasoning, see the butter and everything melted down into the meat. Absolutely perfect. Please welcome our special co-host today. This is Mr. Yegg. He wants to say a few words. No, he just wants to lick my face and eat my damn redfish. He got some scraps today.
Yeah.
So did Chunky Boy Boy.
He's down there on the floor.
Yes, he is. He's snoozing rather. Well, he's not snoozing.
Yeah, he's just waiting patiently.
Yeah, like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my god.
He has a slight weight problem, but it's okay though. You know, we all have some slight problem. But anyway, we've got our redfish on the half shell, and I've got a dog licking the hell out of my leg. It must taste really good. Man, we got some mashed potatoes, and we got the leftover shrimp from last night. It's gonna be so good. All right, so here we go. First impressions. Voodoo season, redfish on the half shell.
That's gonna be awesome.
We've had it a couple times before. It's not really first impression. Hey, see that?
So good. Real good, baby. This is like the best way to eat redfish. I think, anyway.
Shit, after trying this, the only way to eat redfish. That shit'll make your babies be born naked. Naked! I'm gonna try some of these cheesy taters. Cheesy tater. Oh, that's good.
Salsa bones.
Well, sometimes it happens. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Redfish on the half shell, catch, clean, cook. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned, there's more coming. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Well, I'm waiting. I guess we're gonna sit here and wait then, huh? We're gonna play the waiting game. Yeah, we're gonna draw a 8-minute video after 15 minutes, huh? That's fine. Go ahead. You're not clicking the subscribe button yet, are you? Why not?
Click it. You get to see me in my pajamas. Eating redfish. That's true. I'm in my pajamas.
Well, you're in your pajamas, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Eating really good food.
And you get to see the hounds too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
There's no makeup, hair done, or anything like that, because usually it's at the end of the day after the gym.
Scroll down. There's
Subscribe,
a red
please.
bar. Hit the subscription button.
And hit the notifications so you can get notified every time he has a video ready.
What she
Come
said.
on.
It's so simple.
Come on, y'all.
It's so simple.
It's awesome content. Good food. Good tutorials. Come on now. You gotta do it.
Yeah. We'll see you in the next one. Come on, big fish.
Click the like button.